Episode 2: The Importance of Mental Health. The stage is set. The armies have gathered on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Just to give you a brief idea, a total of 18 Akshoni Senas have fought the Battle of Mahabharata. 11 from Kauravas and 7 from the Pandavas side. One Akshoni Sena comprises of approximately 22,000 elephants, 22,000 chariots, 65,000 horses, and 1.9 lakh foot soldiers. So, by rough estimates, the army of the great Mahabharata battle was fought between 40 lakh soldiers. The battle was about to begin, and the conch shell was to be blown. But in that moment of truth, Arjuna realized he is not ready. Arjuna, considered as one of the strongest in the Pandavas and the only answer to opponents like Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, becomes emotionally weak and lays down his Gandiva. He tries to rationalize his actions to his friend, philosopher, and guide, the Lord himself. Why should I participate in this war, which is going to have such a mass destruction? Whether it is to avenge our insult or the thought of justice, I do not see any reason why it cannot be resolved through dialogue. How can I fight my own clan for the sake of a piece of land? Will I be able to pierce my arrows through Pitapa Bhishma, in whose life I have spent my entire childhood? And even if I succeed, will I be able to celebrate my victory? My teacher, Guru Drona, who taught me how to hold the bow and arrow, how will I be able to raise my Gandiv against him? How will I be able to go and face my uncle Dhritarashtra and aunt Gandhari after killing their children? Duryodhana and his brothers might have committed some mistakes, but ultimately we are brothers and have been raised in the same house and spent our childhood together. Also, Lord, what is the fault of these 40 lakh soldiers who have come to fight on either side? After this war is over, how many wives will be left widows and how many children will become orphans? Their social and financial security will be destroyed. The entire fabric of the society will change. There will be an imbalance created in the society, and I will be held responsible for this mass destruction. How will I ever be able to justify my actions that just for a kingdom or to avenge the insult of my wife, I, Arjuna, have destroyed an entire generation of mankind? How will I ever be able to forgive myself for this action, for the price that I will pay in this war? Even if I am offered the kingdom of heaven, I will refuse it. Leave alone the kingdom of Indraprastha. Na Yotseya iti Govindam. With these words, Arjuna shuns his Gandiva and decides he was not going to fight this war. It seemed like he was rejecting his dharma, his duty itself. Now take a deep breath and understand what I'm trying to ask you. Do you relate to this situation? When we human beings are confronted with problems, intellectual composure is destroyed. It results in anxiety, leading to inefficiency, lack of confidence, and ultimately failure. Arjuna's state is what many of us experience at different moments and phases of life. Was Arjuna not preparing for this war for the last so many years? Was he not aware that he will have to fight his cousin's teacher in the war? Then what changed suddenly? It was the moment of truth. Does it not happen with us even today? A well-prepared student or a working professional can experience a similar situation just before the examination or an interview. There are things that we know are going to take place, but when the time actually comes, we are simply not ready to accept or face it. We all need a friend with whom we can confide our deepest fears. The best and classic example that I can think of is the fear of death. We all know that everyone has to die. But when the time comes, we cannot accept it with grace. It is during such moments of emotional weakness that humans experience suffering. It was only because of the faith and the closeness that Arjuna shared with Krishna that he was able to share his weakness even without giving a thought about what Krishna might think about him. This is one of the most beautiful lessons learned from the Bhagavad Gita. When we are in a state of anxiety and confusion, we must reach out to someone and seek help. We must never worry about what the world will think or think, oh, we can overcome our anxiety ourselves. Any mental disturbance must be shared by openly acknowledging it and by being willing to listen to the person we are seeking help from. Unfortunately, today, there is so much of stigma attached to discussing mental health matters, therapy, psychologist, or psychiatrist. Quite often, it is perceived that only people who are of unsound mind should seek therapy and counseling. But the mind itself is such a complex object which has so many thoughts, so many ideas, and so many concerns that it may seem like it is a huge tangled ball of wires. By seeking professional help, we are only looking to untangle that ball of wires so that they can connect themselves at the right sockets. This is what I want you to do. Drive away those fears and submit to God with full faith. Prepare yourself to fight, and for this, you need to learn to control your mind, which is the biggest distraction. Focus on your effort and do not worry about the results. If you start worrying about the results, it will just sap the vital energy that you need to apply in order to put your wholehearted efforts. The results are not in your hands, as some other force controls the outcome. You only have the right to efforts. But Lord Krishna also says that if efforts are put in wholeheartedly and with full faith in God, results will be achieved. Fear is the biggest detriment in influencing the efficacy of your response. Have faith in God and fight the battles of your life. I think we can all safely agree mental disturbances is normal for every single human being. But one must not shy away from seeking help from a loved one to deal effectively with even minor mental disturbances. Problems are everywhere, but one must prepare oneself to face any problem by overcoming attachments, fear, and anger, the three miseries that cause mental disturbance.